This, in the old calendar and rite, used to be referred to as Providence Sunday for obvious reasons. The Gospel is a clear message about who is in command of the universe, and the lesson we should draw from that is obvious if we just look at nature. It's actually more relevant to our time than ever before if one looks at the energy that man spends in the wrong areas. Those areas are looked at in some detail by St. Paul as he writes to the Galatians about the two ways, the two worlds in a sense. It's actually strangely contemporary. I deliberately read slowly the lists, the two lists, for you to hear all the echoes in depth. Very, very modern. There's nothing new under the sun. However, in our day, it would seem that we are actually at a threshold that humanity has never reached before. And these two worlds are becoming further and further apart. Satan, he is reconquering. In the Gospel, he is referred to as the prince of this world, and rightly so. I am aware, my friends, that this same Luciferian force has, as they say in modern jargon, has it in for us here in Meath, the heart of Ireland, the link with our historic past, St. Patrick, where the snakes and all that went with them were once conquered and gave way to the light of grace. Precisely the second list of St. Paul. Remember how before all the power of the Druids was there, and terror was part of it because it included, yes, human sacrifice. There must be blood. Satan must have blood. Anything which he can throw against the Creator. He loves suicide. He loves to attack the innocent and kill their soul. As I was preparing for Mass, Father Michael came off the altar and said, I've just had a suicide, actually just over the road. The father of a family, the last member of which has about 6 months of age and will only know of a suicide father. I won't go into that, but I will remind you of a simple fact. Did you notice that after the celebration of Satan at Halloween last year, there was a sudden increase in the area of what? Inexplicable suicides, mainly young. Demons are let into the atmosphere. Now, as it happens, a few people have been coming to me in the last days with the same message. We need to do something about it in this period when, by taxpayers' money, Satan is going to be honoured in a particular way here in the heart of Meath. An international drive to celebrate our pagan roots. And there's going to be, with this Puka festival, a dense concentration of servants of the dark. It's going to be officially an event of culture, hence they can get away with it. But believe you me, there's a sinister force driving it. And you watch, after it's all over, the effects. Demons let into the air. Remember now, they have to have the Blessed Sacrament. Hosts will disappear. There will be desecration. We won't see or know what will go on, but I can tell you it's awful. And in case you don't believe me, I remind you of what has just come into the public sphere and can't therefore be avoided in public discussion. A not too visible truth coming from the recent trial of 2 teenage boys found guilty of the gruesome sexual assault and murder of Anna Kriegel. And here's her face, a beautiful young lassie. She needn't have died. In County Kildare is that when we do not give our children over to Jesus Christ, invariably we present them to Satan. And by the way, if you don't believe me, look carefully at the modern version of what used to be very innocent. Walt Disney used to be okay, but you look now at the vampires and whatnot on the screen, presented as good, overturning the child's mind. The revelation during the trial of some kind of pact made with Satan and the rejection of Jesus Christ, even if it was merely adolescent curiosity or wild teenage fantasy, may well have paved the way for Satan to bring destruction and pain into the lives of all the families involved in this deeply tragic case. For this malign agent does not need a deeper invitation to come inside and produce catastrophic consequences for individuals and communities. Also, the revelation at the end of the trial of the presence of, listen, thousands of hardcore pornographic images downloaded on smartphones belonging to Boy B shows the loss of innocence at an early age and the insatiable attraction of young and old with an industry that has Satan's name writ large. You know the most frequented sites on internet, don't you? Hard porno. Even though Satan and his work of destruction is increasingly banished from public discourse, for fear of creating unnecessary fears in a world that tries to evade pain and disappointment, nevertheless, there is no doubt that this malevolent agent is at work in the world, turning God's created order upside down. How else can one explain the gratuitous evil present in our world, the multi-billion pornography industry, the drug epidemic that reduces millions and millions to slaves, the presence of predators who set out to rob children of their innocence, the attack on life and on the family, and above all, the wholesale militant rejection of God, except that there really is present in our world this evil being who wishes to reduce everything to baseness. And the exorcists have come back against the head of the Jesuits to warn that what he's saying is not sufficient. It's not a concept, it's a personal force that wills us harm and is infinitely more intelligent than we are, and we are not aware of how he gets us. We're dozing nicely. So, my friends, what do we do? I've been asked to do something. Actually, yesterday, because I was resting for a week in the country in a very eremitic situation, very close to where I was the Hill of Ward. So we went there, covered it with prayer and sacramentals, and asked and reclaimed that this be once again the county of St. Patrick and the whole land to boot. And this morning, just before 7 in the morning, 2 people came to the door for the 7 o'clock Mass. They had been praying all night. They had kept vigil at the Hill of Ward, covered it with all kinds of medals and prayer. And I've been asked to do something when it's about to happen. I mentioned to Father Michael now this morning, and what I'm going to do is this. As it happens, we have a High Mass here on the 1st of November. I think it's a Thursday this year. And we will do so, therefore, at 1 o'clock, as on a Sunday, but we will do it in a special way. We will reconsecrate this land, this island of saints and scholars, to the Sacred Heart of Jesus and the Immaculate Heart of Mary. We will reclaim this county and the whole of this island for the Lord. And we will ask St. Patrick and all the saints of Ireland to win again the victory for light against the powers of darkness, which men, nicely dozing to sleep, seem to prefer, as though we've grown up and had time again for what actually wishes us eternal